That was one of the trips that,
Okay.
yeah, she's doing much better. And she, just for everyone's edification, she needs a liver transplant, but actually they took her off the list for a while. She's doing so much better. She's re-engaged in life, and her scores are doing better, and she's on a good trajectory, and her personality just blossomed. I see a person I haven't seen in probably 10 years. Yeah.
Again, so many things. My nephew that you all know about, I had a conversation with him. He just turned 21, and I told my sister, I said, that is the first conversation I've had with him his whole life that I didn't have to pull things out of him. We actually had a really good conversation.
Nice.
It was a miracle. And then my sister, after the ancestral clearing that you did on her, well, my sister, I think I told you she's kind of a hoarder a little bit. And that is an ancestral thing. My grandmother was, my great grandmother and grandfather were. And when I went to her house, I was like, oh my goodness, what is happening here? And so she called me and said that her and her best friend, they usually meet on Sundays for movie night. So they've decided to do movies one Sunday, and then the next Sunday they're going to purge the stuff from her house.
That's awesome.
Crazy. Yes. I was like, I heard angels,
So it took a while, but it's really weird because that was one of the things I was going to say. He was up for this job that he really thought he was going to get. It fell through. The next week later, he had another interview, and that one came in, and he actually got the salary he asked for.
Yes.
Which his first comment was, I should have asked for more, but I'm like, shut up, be happy. Fabulous place. He's absolutely loving it. He's been there 3 days and he absolutely loves it. But that's kind of been the pattern, where we think something's going to happen and then it doesn't, but then almost immediately afterwards, something better comes up. That's happened for me in 2 or 3 different things. I'm retaking a design program that I actually signed up for last year. It cost me $2,000 last year. And I got 3 of 8 and never finished. And I was in at a discounted price as an alumni, so I started that. It was, I think, the week after we started Beautiful Amazing You. I am powering through. It is easier than ever. I'm almost done with Module 5, which is I've been literally working on it every single day. And it's so much smoother. So again, it's something.
Yay!
Wasn't working, now it works. And pretty much everything has been like that. Everything's just been smoothing itself out.
I love that.
Great tool.
Okay.
I've been mostly a hermit ever since the pandemic started. And, I had a few little false starts, and then I'd see some report that the numbers are going up, and I'd like, okay, I'm staying home. I really like staying home, but I'm getting a little braver. And I actually went to an adult birthday party on Sunday with some friends. There were about 12 of us, and I had a great time. I mean, I'm still basking in the memory of how much fun I had with those people, and some of them were new people that I hadn't met before, and I'm like, wow, yeah, maybe I can go out there in the world and have a social life. My doctor, my primary care physician, we were talking about just, my future. She likes to give me advice. And she told me, because I mentioned something to her about that, it's my dream to live on a Greek island. And she just jumped all over that and said, do it. And I'm like, well, I got to save up a bunch of money before I can just move like that. And she said, no, take a leap of faith. And I mean, she was just giving me this pep talk. And I'm like, that makes sense. Maybe I can do this. And so then I had to go into the office today for something, and I stopped to visit somebody there. And out of the blue, they started talking about expatriates and countries to retire to that have a low cost of living. And he just really pumped me up, and he showed me a website that listed all these countries. Greece is one of them. He told me to explore, look up these other countries too. And I'm like, wow. And then the other thing is, everybody knows I want to be a successful published author. And it seems like every time I turn around and I watch a movie or a TV episode, I don't know this ahead of time, but it's about somebody who's trying their hand at writing and they're successful. They become a successful author. And I'm like, okay, universe, you're talking to me.
Oh, that's awesome. You're aligned. Look at the alignment that you have. Let's congratulate Katrina. That is awesome. Wow. And you are glowing. How cool is that? Very good. And Miss Kira?
I am finding it easier to make choices just for me.
Nice.
Following my instinct, or in a lot of different ways. It's simpler for me to choose for myself.
Mm-hmm.
And consequently, it makes life for people around me better.
That's awesome. No, that's what I know. We worked
mostly
on that.
like myself and my husband. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.